Utah Jazz, we're going to talk who should be the starting point guard, Isaiah Collier or Walter Clayton Jr.
All right. Well, once again, folks, before we get into the content, we want to remind you folks about Utah Jazz DNA. This is a channel specifically for your Utah Jazz content. All of our Utah Jazz content will be posted here first. So if you are following us for the Utah Jazz, our lovely NBA basketball team, make sure that you check out the description. There's a link to that channel listed down below. Make sure you check us out there. Subscribe to that channel if you are enjoying our Jazz content. As a reminder, we will be doing a jersey giveaway once that channel is monetized, so be sure to hit that subscribe button on your Utah Jazz DNA.
Make it happen.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of our content here. Now, before we get into the subjects we want to talk about, I do want to take a moment to do some congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations to Kyle Filipowski, for becoming the first Utah Jazz player to earn Most Valuable Player honors in the NBA Summer League. So cheers to you, Flip, on becoming the first one to do so. That was ice water. Literally, that's what it was. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of that. Before we jump into the contents, there are a few things I want to hit on that. Kyle Filipowski, 6'11" forward from Duke, averaged 29.3 points per game, which led the entire Summer League in points per game. He also averaged over 3 threes a game while having 7.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists. So a tip of the DNA Sports Recap cap to you, Flip, for your performance in Summer League.
He did. He played really well, man. I mean, he needed to come out and show that he was ready to, to play in the NBA and that he was NBA ready. This was a perfect opportunity. He seized it. Ended up getting shut down a little bit early because he did perform so well.
Yeah.
So, it was great work by Flip. I'm excited to see, hopefully he keeps working on his defensive skills this year so we can see him on an NBA floor. And as long as he does that, I think he's got a very promising season ahead of him.
I agree. Doesn't he improve on defense? For sure. Definitely was a turnstile out there on the court in the Summer League. I do think that's probably more to do with the team dynamics. I think if he had NBA level players behind him, there'd be a little bit more help the helper type stuff going on there. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into our main subject we want to talk about today for Utah Jazz DNA, which is something that came up a lot. There was a thing on Twitter, I believe it came from, was it Locked On Jazz?
Yeah.
I think David Locke put up a poll there, and he basically just put up a poll asking who is your starting point guard for the Utah Jazz. He had Isaiah Collier, Walter Clayton Jr., and KG3,
right,
Keonte George on there as a list. So I thought that would be a good subject to talk about here. So let's talk about it, AJ. Who is the starting point guard for the Utah Jazz?
I think that you almost have to go with Isaiah Collier.
Okay, run your line.
Okay. Isaiah Collier, obviously, we know his story. This guy's drafted 29th overall last year. And he was really considered one of the biggest steals of this class, right? This guy was a number one recruit out of high school, obviously played his college ball at USC, really had a breakout rookie season. He quickly emerged as one of the top rookie point guards. He averaged 8.7 points, 3.3 rebounds, 6.3 assists. His shooting percentages did have some to be desired at 42% from the field and 24% from three. But those lines put him in contention already for all rookie honors. He had a really good, kind of preseason interview where he said that his goal is to be better than he was last year. And he's really focusing on growth and contributing to the team success, which is really important for this team because they do need leadership. This team, I think, hopefully we're seeing they kind of turn to wanting to win some more games. And if Isaiah Collier can become the best point guard that he can be, he's going to put this team in a really good position to win basketball games this year. Obviously the Jazz only won 17 games last season, and that was focusing on youth development. And Isaiah Collier was a key part in that youth development. So despite a really, really tough year, Isaiah really continued. He just made strides, man. And those strides show promise for that future. So this entire roster just kind of it remains committed to building a really winning culture in Utah. And if Isaiah can continue to improve his 3-point shooting, I mean, you want to say, boosting his pass efficiency, right? He had a few turnovers. He had some questionable stuff, but he is a strong perimeter defender. And at 20 years old, he just shows he's got a really high upside. And his potential is through the roof. I really think this guy could be a starting point guard for this team.
Sure. I mean, he was tied for 15th in the NBA in assists last season, tied with De'Aaron Fox for 6.3, and that is behind the league MVP, AJ.
Yeah.
Shea Gilchrist Alexander. Probably should have spelled out his full name instead of just the acronym, right?
SGA.
SGA, baby. So
Yeah.
he was one person behind SGA, tied with De'Aaron Fox for most assists per season last year at 6.3. He did set the rookie record for most assists by a Jazz rookie, beating the GOAT, John Stockton, who, I don't know if you know this, AJ, has a statue out front of the building.
He sure does.
So, yeah, a lot of good stuff talking towards Isaiah Collier as being the future point guard for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah. What do you think, man? Who do you got as a starting point guard?
So it depends on when you ask me.
Okay.
If you're asking me now, I'd say you're right. Isaiah Collier is going to be the starting point guard for this team when the season starts.
Okay.
Do I think he's going to be the starting point guard by the end of the year? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Not even close.
Run your line.
My argument starts for Walter with Isaiah's stats. He only averaged 8 points, only averaged 42% from the field, and a terrible AJ, 24% from three. He averaged 3 turnovers per game, and this is not a small sample size, my friend. He played in 71 games last year, which of 46 he started. That's not going to cut it in the NBA as a starting point guard. So let's go ahead and talk about Walter Clayton Jr., shall we?
Absolutely.
Now, in college, not only did he lead his team to a national title, every year he improved on points per game with 18.3 the last year that he had, shooting 38.6% from the three, but more from the field, but more importantly, 38% from three. He averaged 4.2 assists per game as well. In the summer league, Bleacher Report said, this is a quote from Dave Favale. I don't know. I've heard it both ways.
Nobody cares.
Gave him an A- after showing off his all-around skill set. Draftnik Mark also said Draftnik was not kidding when he noted that he could get any type of shot off at various points in Salt Lake City and the Vegas League contest. This guy can shoot from three, he can shoot from mid-range, and he can get to the basket, whatever the team needs. This guy is an offensive juggernaut for this team. He also scored using escape dribbles, curling off screens, and snagging pick and rolls, getting defenders off his back and on his back hip while dribbling into runners and attacking right away to pivot left and picking up his dribble for a scoop shot. And the list can just go on and on and on for the different ways that this guy can score the basketball.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem with anybody else but him on this team. In the modern NBA, you need to shoot. You need to be able to score. That's the reason why Utah Jazz legend, his name just dropped out of my head. I hate when it happens. He was there just a minute ago. Jazz point guard. Help me out here.
John Stockton.
I would never forget the GOAT's name.
You got me.
Blasphemy. But anyway,
Ricky Rubio.
Thank you. Rookie Rubio. So he had every skill set he needed to have, but he couldn't shoot the ball. Walter Clayton Jr. can shoot the ball, man. He can score from all angles. He can shoot the three. He can shoot from mid-range, and he can attack the basket. He can run pick and rolls. He can go off screens and create his own offense. He can also find easy lob threats, which he showed several times to our boy Flip in the Summer League. One could argue that, yes, he's only playing in college. He's not playing in the NBA. I would argue that watching a ton of Jazz basketball this year, I would think a tournament run all the way to the championship had more relevant and more competitive basketball than any Jazz player saw all season last year. So
that hurts that it's true.
While I do agree that Isaiah Collier will be the starting point guard for the Jazz when the ball tips in October. Will he be the starting point guard with the most starting games started by the end of the season? No, I think Walter Clayton Jr. is easily going to take that.
I think that he's got a great chance, dude. Like you said, this guy can score. I mean, he's not just a shooter, right? This guy can do it all. My big concern is everything that we've seen to this point was against college or G League talent.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. So, does that translate to the NBA? We'll know 2 or 3 games in. You know what I mean? I think he'll have enough minutes in the first 2 or 3 games that we'll see if he's ready to play NBA basketball. And you got a little bit of concern about his size at 6'3". He has active hands. He's
How high is Isaiah?
6'5".
He's not 6'5".
6'4". 6'4". Let me.
I'm sorry, man.
If
he's taller than Walter Clayton Jr., I'd be surprised. I don't think he is. I could be wrong. He's definitely bigger. Isaiah is definitely bigger.
Oh damn, he actually is listed at 6'3".
Yeah, I'm just saying. So anyway, I with all fairness to Isaiah, his stats, if you weighed out the stats between the two in summer league, Isaiah does grade out higher.
Right, absolutely.
Right? Which he should, because he did start 47 games.
And he did just play a whole season of NBA basketball. Like he should be higher.
He should be higher for sure. And he did set records as a rookie in Utah. So yeah, he should grade out higher. I'm honestly looking forward to this battle, man. I think it's going to be touch and go all the way. For all the people who are watching this on our Utah Jazz DNA channel, by the way, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy AJ, or he'll cry himself to sleep tonight.
I'll do it.
One thing I want to point out is that neither one of us mentioned the potential of Keonte George being the starting point guard for this team. I think it's been pretty much well established this guy has to be a shooting guard if he's going to make it in the NBA.
He does. Keonte was he's more of a natural shooting guard than he is a point guard.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like he just, with his height and his ability to score, he is just more of a 2 guard. I think that if we can get him into a position that he's a little bit more comfortable in, playing off the ball, catching, shooting, being that middle pass to guys, I think it just lines up with Keonte George's skill set a little bit better. So I mean, we've got 2 really quality guys at point guard. You know what I mean? They're both a little bit undersized.
Last time that happened, AJ?
It's been a while because we tried the Keonte George
at point
situation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you try him, and I don't see him not getting minutes there because Keonte George is 6'5", right? So if you're going to play some bigger lineups, or if you got a bigger guard,
yeah. Here's a lineup: Keonte George, Ace Bailey,
Taylor Hendricks, Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler.
Exactly.
That's a big lineup. Your
lineup.
Smallest guy is 6'5" in that lineup.
Yeah, that's a big boy lineup. And let's face it, Ace Bailey's probably going to be playing the point forward anyway.
I could see him playing some point forward for sure.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I definitely think now the ship has not sailed on Keonte George.
No.
I will have to say that though, this is his year. Like if he does not show improvement on the defensive end, which is why he lost the starting job in the first place as a starting point guard, because he did not play defense. So unless he improves on defense, Isaiah needs to improve on defense as well.
Isaiah's rugged, man. That dude plays great defense.
I believe he was a plus-minus last year because of his because of his turnovers and his.
I think his turnovers are one thing. Right?
Well, that's on the offensive end, not necessarily defense. So
yeah, he's a pretty serviceable defensive player.
I think he's
quick.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're right on that. One thing I just always think of the plus-minus. I was thinking about that, and
I could see his plus-minus being negative because almost every player on the Jazz was negative because of how many ball games they lost.
Yeah,
I mean when you lose that many games. And there is some adjusted plus minuses, right? If you take out how many points they're scoring, et cetera, but
points, turnovers, fouls, all that stuff kind of matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. We want to hear from you folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Who is your starting point guard for the Utah Jazz starting next season in October? And is that the same point guard you have throughout the end of the year? Are you with AJ? Is it Isaiah Collier? Or are you with me where you agree that it's going to eventually be Walter Clayton? Because that's our guy, dude. I'm telling you, that's our guy. He literally
this guy's NBA ready, man.
He is. He put the Florida team on his back. Yeah, he's a senior. Yeah, he's older, but you know, honestly, we don't really want to develop a point guard right now. We need somebody who can facilitate and get this young talent moving forward.
Yep.
And create his own shot when he needs to. So
yep.
Moving on over, let's go ahead and talk about another player who always had a plus minus in our hearts, but not necessarily on the court.
Right here.
Cody Williams. One of the players, man, we really wanted to highlight is solely based off of his development is Cody Williams. I mean, AJ, coming off of last season, which has statistically been one of the worst rookie seasons for a top 10 pick, coming into Summer League, he looked amazing.
He did.
Before we ever touched a basketball, I looked on the court, I'm like, is that Kyle Hendricks down there?
Yeah.
Could that? I don't know.
Hendricks, yeah.
No, sorry. Did I say Kyle? Sorry. Taylor Hendricks. Is that Taylor Hendricks down there?
Yeah.
No. That's Cody Williams.
Yeah.
This guy came up with at least 20 to 30 pounds on from last year.
And he had a crazy training regimen in the offseason, right? He was trying to put on weight. He was trying to get more physical. They knew that for him to last in the NBA, he had to add some muscle to that frame. At 6'10", he's big. But they need to use him in ways that he can utilize his elite size at 6'10". Especially being that he plays the 2-3 spot, really. You know what I mean? Like he is more of a shooting. He's an offensive kind of player. He had a fantastic summer league.
Did we use him that way last year? I could have sworn I saw him more as a 3-4 last year.
It was more of a 3-4 last year. But you've got to be more of an offensive player if you're going to be, you know what I mean, catching and shooting the ball.
That's true. Very, very
true.
So,
and he had a really poor rookie season. He really struggled. But the summer league, he came out, he showed out. He had 20.4 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 2.2 steals through summer league. He shot 46% from the field and 34% from three. So those aren't great numbers, but unlike last year, every time he came out on the floor, he was just solid, right? He didn't just have one standout game. This guy came out and showed out. That's what you have to do in summer league. You got to show that you're one of the best summer league players to know that you belong in the NBA. Because historically, if you're not one of the best summer league players, you could spend fireworks.
We're living in Utah on the 24th, folks. Yeah, I have to agree with you, man. There's. Sorry, where were you?
I was just saying that historically, if you're not one of the top summer league players, you don't necessarily, you could end up back in the G League pretty easily.
No, I have to agree with you on that one, man. I would say there are a few notable games for our guy.
Yeah.
Against the Golden State Warriors, he did score 22 points, grabbed 8 rebounds. Dude. Sorry, the noise is getting the noise in the background is getting a distraction here.
It's funny because you could never actually hear it on the mics. We just hear it in our headphones.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you heard that. If you're watching live on our chat, let us know if you can hear the background noise. It's the 24th in Utah, folks. We're getting close to it, so yeah, it's definitely got some stuff. Appreciation to the EP of our organization here for bringing in our mascot and making sure he's not losing his mind. Anyway, so talking about our boy, the guy I want to have a dynamite season coming out this year. Honestly, I think he's going to break out. I think he's going to have an excellent season in the NBA next year. This upcoming season, I did want to talk about notable games. First one's against the Golden State Warriors, where he scored 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and also recorded 3 steals. That is Andre Karolinko level type numbers right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a couple blocks in there. That is AK's numbers. Against the Washington Wizards, he also scored 23 points on 9 of 16 from shooting, and he was also 3 of 6 from 3. So there's a couple of games where Cody Williams really kind of shelled out and showed out what he's capable of doing as an NBA player, and really showing that he is capable of being as good as he was in college in the NBA with his new frame. A lot of these players, when they put on the bulk, they add the muscle, they add the size, they don't necessarily know how to make that size work for them. And that's really what I wanted to highlight with Cody Williams, is how impressive he was able to basically stay the same player that he was with the increased size and really showing out his development over the last year.
Absolutely. And the best part is this guy's still got room to grow, right? And he's just right on track with that. I mean, he kind of projects as a versatile, oversized playmaker, but he's not a finished product yet, right? And the good thing is the Jazz are committed to this guy's development. It's really nice to see. Us as fans, we now see the hope that he has a future with his team, right? He had enough games and he performed enough that it's kind of restored our faith in his potential as that number. This guy was a number 10 overall pick. So, summer league performances are usually kind of taken lightly, but I don't know if that's the case with Cody Williams. We needed to see exactly what he produced at summer league. And because of how disappointing his rookie season really was, this breakout really mattered. We needed to see this from Cody Williams. And I think it's important that we don't just write it off and we consider it and we say, okay, this guy's got a role. He's got an important role in the Jazz future.
Yeah. I mean, if you look back at the names that were the draft picks that we were expecting the Jazz to hit on, Keonte George, Taylor Hendricks, and Cody Williams.
Yep.
Those are the three.
Yep.
You nailed 2 out of those 3. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And then you add in
Bryce
Sensabaugh, Kyle Filipowski.
Yeah.
You add those 2 guys in just as bonuses.
Yeah.
And you develop these teams over the next couple of years. AJ, that's a great team.
All of a sudden, it just doesn't look so daunting, right?
No.
I mean, it looks like the rebuild is accelerating. It looks like we're gaining some traction. We've got some guys that have these potentially massive upsides. And that's really important when you're growing a team, when you're playing guys that are only 1 or 2 year players. Are they going to go out there and win basketball games? No. But are they going to get
More
better?
than last year.
That's what we want to see. We want to see this team get better, right? We want to see them start working together and building some chemistry and becoming a product on the floor that's just fun to watch. I'm good with that as a Jazz fan.
I'm good with it. I'm 100% good with it, AJ. What I'm not okay with is what we watched last year.
Well, that was horrible.
That is something I'm not okay with. If I see another season of the Jazz playing competitive basketball through 3 quarters and then just giving up on it with 1 quarter left, down by 3, and
just
all of a sudden,
throwing it away.
Yeah, and just giving away the game because they want to, in the pooper for Cooper, whatever it was. I don't want to see that. I want to see a team who loses as many games as they possibly can, but I see development from each one of these players as we go. We just didn't have that last year. We saw a lot of crap. We're going to win this game. We can't win this game. We won last night. We got to figure out a way to lose this game. We saw way too much of that. And I'm looking forward to a season where we don't have to do that. I'm okay with this team losing, AJ. I just don't want to watch them lose when there's not any benefit to the losing.
Exactly.
We want to know what you think. We want to know what you think, folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. We did just start a channel for your Utah Jazz called Utah Jazz DNA. This is a channel specifically dedicated to all your Utah Jazz content. If you are watching us on our main channel, DNA Sports Recap, and you're here for the Utah Jazz, check out the channel we got linked down below called Utah Jazz DNA. It's a channel specifically dedicated for all your Utah Jazz content. All of our content for the Utah Jazz will be posted here first. So if you're not yet, check out that channel. Subscribe to that channel. We will be doing a giveaway for a jersey giveaway on this channel once this channel is monetized. Actually, let's bump that up, AJ.
Okay.
Should we give away tickets?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. Which one would you prefer? Would you prefer tickets? Let's go lower bowl tickets.
Lower bowl tickets.
Or a jersey.
Let us know. Hit subscribe. Let us know what you think.
Let us know for sure.